Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Urhobocast right here at Urhobo.tv with Onos Chanoms. Thank you very much, all our listeners, for all your support so far. We really appreciate your support, and we want that support to continue. We want you to spread the news that Urhobos in the UK has got a TV channel that is online, yes? Because that's what we're doing. And what are we actually here for? We are here to say everything about the Urhobo people here in the UK, in the diaspora, and back home as well. Every of the contents that we can find that is positive in the Urhobo land. That is what we want to do. And because of that, there's going to be a lot that is coming up. Even though we're doing this part-time-ish right now, but I'm very sure that in the coming days, in the coming weeks, it's going to be regular. We want this to be regular. And for it to be regular, we need support, we need sponsorship, we need people who can actually help us to get this online at every given time. And so we're going to carry on. So Urhobo Wado, Urobegbare mini minyenyo, wanyanyo onene kwaku Urhobo, irwa enwiyo, awon yan baro, esoro mi orwe nana onirode chaneme oyo deme. Recently in the UK we had an election. The election went perfectly well. As a matter of fact, there's a lot that went on before, during, and a lot that is going on right now after the election. And because of that, we're going to touch on quite a bit, just to narrate from our point of view, the Urhobocast people, just to narrate exactly how it went. So we're just going to go. Before the election, the Urhobo people were divided. We had two UPUs, and it then became a thing that is actually dragging us backwards. And because of that, a lot of people got involved in trying to make sure that this actually become a thing of the past. And so a lot of people actually got involved, and they did their possible best to make sure that Urhobo here in the UK remains or becomes one. So in the process of all of this hula baloo and all that, the President General worldwide of the UPU decided to take the bull by the horn. The person of Urhobo Moses Tiger came to the UK, and when he came, he made those pronouncements, collapsed both factions of the UPU, and then established or inaugurated an electoral, a caretaker committee and an electoral committee, and these two committees actually sprang into action immediately. And the outcome was the campaign process. People actually vie for positions, the campaign process, and then the actual election. It was wonderful. I'm just going to mention a couple of names here. People who actually organized this whole thing. I have here with me Chief Philippe Magotere, who actually did his level best to make sure that everything worked perfectly. Major Gilbert Edoja, Chief Godwin Ogholo, Chief Eric Batere, Chief Mrs. Imoni Agege, Chief Mrs. Odeta, and a host of others who actually, came together to say, you know what, the time has come for Urhobo people to move forward, to do things in a different way, which means we now need to come together under one umbrella, and that is the UPU. And as God will have it, we had the elections. It went perfectly well. Urhobo people, kudos to you. You came out en masse to vote, and you voted for the people you wanted. But let me just say this. I was one of those people who contested, I contested for the vice president position. Even though I wasn't successful, it was Urhobo people who were the winners, whether you like it or not. Now we have an ESCO, and then there came a time where the President General had to come back to the UK to inaugurate the new ESCO, the elected ESCO. And it was wonderful. Everybody was happy. As a matter of fact, from the time that the President General made those pronouncements, Urhobo people became very, very happy people here in the UK. Why? Because something positive happening after a very long time. And during the inauguration, it wasn't different. It was funfair. People were so happy. People were packed in the hall. Nobody wanted to come out. Why? Because they wanted to see that particular occasion, that they were there to witness that very momentous function that took place right here in the UK for the Urhobo people. It was wonderful. As a matter of fact, even Chief Omasoro and Chief Ganiga, they were seated in one place for a very long time, which means we have not become one. So there can never be that, nothing like that anymore. Ubarovo, Oakanya, Asokewana, Utae, Urubogari, or Birofa. Look at Shifomasoro laughing and Ganiga laughing, both of them sitting close to each other, which means the true reconciliation has actually started for Urhobo people. At this time, we now need to pull resources together, pull ourselves together to do things, for ourselves, so that we can, actually move forward. So after that, a couple of stuff that have happened. Even yesterday, there was this Urhobo people, Urhobo Abraka, who actually organized a fundraising. It was full with Urhobo people. That is the positivity that unity brings. So when you are united, all kinds of things can work for you. And so we now have a new UPU, a new ESCO. 3 things that we as Urhobo people need to do. Things that are expected of us. 1 is support. Number 2 is support. Number 3 is support. We just need to support this new ESCO. We need to support ourselves to move forward. The new ESCO, as established right now, they haven't promised us heaven and earth, but at least with them in position right now, our community is now very peaceful. So now we have the time to heal, everybody to settle down, and then allow them to do those things that will make the community begin to have confidence in the UPU all over again. So that Urhobo people can begin to come together, pull together, have confidence that wherever we put our resources is going to be put, or those resources will be put to good use. And that is what unity can do for you. So with this ESCO, we just need to support them. Also, we have expectations from the ESCO as well. And these are my opinions, please, at Urhobocast. Expectations. First thing first, the executive must be united. You must be one. You must speak with one voice. You must do things together. You must recognize that there is somebody in charge in the person of Chief Ejiro Uwojabo as the president or the current president of the UPU UK. Pull together, do things as one, and then every other thing will follow. As soon as Urhobo people know that the ESCO are united, they will pull behind you people. And my belief is that this next 3 years will be the best ever as far as Urhobo people are concerned. I was just telling you people that during the election, I also contested for the position of vice president, and I lost. But these things happen. I actually contested because I knew that I would be able to produce and also to work in a certain way. Doing things that are digital. Like I said during my speech, I said Urhobo need to go digital. These are the kind of things. Urhobocast, okay? Digital. These are the kind of things that we need. So the present UPU must go digital. For instance, we must have a website where people can go into and register as UPU members without actually attending meetings. Okay? We must have a platform where people can go into, make their payments, make their contributions, without actually attending meetings. All right? And then we don't also need meetings every month. We don't need to be meeting every 2 months. It can be just 3 times, 4 times a year. But I'm sure there is the ESCO, and I believe that we're going to have a lot of committees, working committees to do things for the community. So those people can meet regularly while the bigger body meets once in a while. And when the bigger body meets once in a while, it becomes a fun fair. It becomes the gathering of Urhobo people, to the extent that especially people who have not seen themselves for a very long time can pull together then, merry make, abene kugbe, re kugbe, da kugbe, juku vasaran ikora. It's as simple as that. By the time you know it, things will begin to work for the UPU. Now the ESCO, ably led by the person of Chief Urhobo, actually said that the Urhobo House matter, because we need to talk about it, the Urhobo House matter will be given top priority. And let me tell you this. I'm very, very sure that in the coming weeks, in the coming months, we are going to get the president of the UPU at Urhobocast, and we're going to ask him a couple of questions about what he intends to do and how he's going about it. All right? I hope that he will give us the audience so that we can talk. We'll also be talking to a lot of people in the community to bring content to you. All right? And so, again, we need to support the UPU, we need to support the present ESCO so that they can carry out some of those things they talked about. Urhobo House to be given top priority. Now, for me, at this stage, we may not be able to get an Urhobo House. However, we can rent a place temporarily. We can lease a place from the council temporarily. And then, while we are there, we can begin to work towards the Urhobo House. And don't forget, everybody needs to put together for that to happen, which means you have to pay your dues, you have to pay all your contributions, and you have to be abreast with what is going on, and also to spread the word to both your children, family members, so that all of us can become part of a good thing that is presently happening in Urhobo. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. And that is why I want to say big kudos to Urhobo people. Shares drinking to the fact that we now have one UPU. Ito yodia ane oji ogbikwe obiare jo ebike pe na aparo vren esi oku nenwe ayan baro odada no won han jo odada no gumu jo biko esi ayen je nenwe election yen eru na odada ni mu riare ojewe pa ero vren jewo eguru jakwa edefa jiro ito mi ni obi yo mi o ge mera wana mi guru le merena egbugbe rafa ojecha oktobu na mi dero magbepeti mi wa okay na wade yo bobi yo obi a chonyo chomi tayo mi si agwario and so moving forward, some of the expectations as far as I'm concerned, things need to now be put in process. Procedures now need to be, devised so that things can begin to work properly for our community. For instance, I was just speaking with somebody some time ago, and we're talking about group insurance. What happens if every member of the UPU have an insurance, no matter how small the amount, but then that particular insurance covers you? Now, if we put together, that can happen. We have people who are in insurance in the community. We have people who are in finance in the community. We have people who are in housing in the community. We have people who are in health. We have people who are in different sectors of life. here in the UK. As a matter of fact, we're going to be bringing them in one after the other to speak to us about some of these things: health, finance, mortgage, all kinds of stuff. We'll try as much as possible to bring people in so that we can discuss some of these things and bring to you right in your living rooms. Okay, so we are gradually running to the end of this particular podcast or vidcast. Something that I think I should talk about before we go is the fact that by popular demand, couple of people have asked Urhobocast to bring back that banner with which we took photos during the inauguration. So I know that a lot of people didn't see this, a lot of people were not aware, but on the day of the inauguration, Urhobocast made a banner, a very big banner, for people to take photos so that it shows that we were present during the inauguration. But a lot of people didn't take advantage of it because most did not know, they were not aware. But we have another opportunity to do this. So in the very first UPU meeting that has just been announced for the 10th of November, okay, I think I have the address. As we are moving on, we're going to put the address on the screen so that you can see, and the date on the screen as well. I think it's 10th of November, and the address will be on the screen. Please, we're going to be rolling out that particular banner again, and our camera people are going to be there. Please note that what we are doing is not photos to be printed, is photos to be sent to your file. So what we're trying to do is this: instead of printing photos for you, one photo for £10, what we are doing is we're taking you different shots, 3 different shots for £10, and then we'll develop it and send it online to you through email, and we send your original files to you so that if you want to print at some point, anytime, you can go into Boots or any of the printing whatever companies around you and just make a printout. If you like it, if you want to blow it out, the original files as well, you can actually blow it out with the original files. So that's what we're trying to do. £10 for 3 photos, 3 different shots. So please try to support us, because what we're trying to do, raising that £10, is to support Urhobocast so that we can carry on bringing Urhobocast to you. And also we talked about sponsorship, yes? So please call me, call Urhobocast. Nothing is too small. Just token contribution. It can be from £10 to £10,000 to say we want Urhobocast to be, coming to the community every week. We can do that. But if we have the funding, we are able to bring these things to you every week. Otherwise, we will try our best in Urhobocast to bring these things that we just promised to you. In the coming weeks, I'm very, very sure that if we reach out to as many people as possible and people reach out to us, we are able to succeed in the things that we are about to do. This is serious business. I mean, I'm very, very serious about this. I want to do this. Even if I'm not here, there are going to be people who can bring content and everything to you. Peradventure, you have a business, you have something that you want people to know about. Come to us with a little contribution. We can bring you in. All right, you can see some of the posters and stuff that we're bringing. The banner, for instance, just in case you were not there, these are some of the photos of the banners, that were taken on the day. So please come around on the meeting day, 10th of November, which is next week Sunday, I believe. Next week Sunday, isn't it? Yes. So please make it a date with Urhobocast. We do those photos, get it out of the way, and then hopefully there are going to be plenty to talk about. Like I said, we're going to be interviewing the current president of the UPU in the person of Chief Urhobo, and then a few other people in the community as time goes. I think we better leave it here today. We have actually tried a lot. So please do not forget to subscribe, on YouTube and do a lot of likes on Facebook, Instagram, and the rest, and so that we can move this particular show forward. Like I said, Urhobo Sansa Onyamakuru Urhobo Ekaimu Sansa Urhobo. I'm going to be presenting Chief Emobosai B to talk about food, because he does food. I'm sure you've seen him on Facebook and the rest. Yeah, Ugo soup, all our soup, Amiedi, Iriboto, Devo Wali Riboto, Miono Clear Wali Ribotori. We will talk about some of those things, bring some of our, traditional and cultural stuff to you here, right here at Urhobo.tv, Urhobocast, with Onos Chanoms. So we better leave it here today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you keep coming, and I hope that you keep giving us your support, and don't forget about the financial side of the support. Yeah, so we do that. Yeah. All right. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's Onos Chanoms signing out. Thank you. Bye bye.